Hey, so what is going on, guys? So I know I said I would be doing a weekly update on the challenge account. However, that being said, one of my option plays for AMC are doing extremely well. And it's this option right here. I bought it on Monday at the 39 strike price, and well, AMC today went for a crazy run. Closed today in the regular market at 44, ran up to 46.20 in the pre-market, and I think tomorrow it's going to hit a price to where I would have 10k in my portfolio, and I would have done the challenge. Now, I wasn't expecting AMC to run this high this quickly. I bought these call options expecting AMC to hit 39, maybe 40. I would sell the option at 40, and it would then proceed to drop down a little bit. That was not the case, as you can see. And when AMC hit its high today of 48.19, my portfolio was worth $6,800. And I figure as soon as the pre-market opens, we're gonna gap up close to the $50 mark, and then it's gonna run into the 50s, and by that point, if it stays like that into regular market hours, my portfolio from the AMC call option by itself will be at 10k. Now support here runs up to, I will be over 10k. Now this isn't a for sure thing, of course. This is just my assumption, as the gap up in AMC seems pretty likely. Unusual volume in the after hours. Like really, that usually every so often, you might see a spike of like say 1,000 for one candle, and then I'll drop right back down to like was that 100 candles somewhere, like 480. That's still pretty high even. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be finding that 100 candle anywhere around here. Anyways, yes, my point being is the volume in the after hours was extremely high, and we almost caught up to the the daily high of the regular market hours. And so I think a gap up is inbound for the pre-market for this exact reason. People want into the stock. They see the stock running up really high in the near future. So yeah, the challenge was extremely short-lived if that is the case. So that all being said, I'm going to run through another option play that I did, and then tell you guys how I plan to expand this challenge. And it kind of falls back on what I said in the previous episode. Alright, so support here. Support, I had a $11 call option that I bought back on Monday, and then today I sold it for I think 13 something, and I then bought another call option for the $19 strike price. Unfortunately, it topped out at 14.72. It then came all the way back down, back up again, and then finished down at 11.67. And then in the pre-market, also some okay volume, nothing like AMC volume, of course, but it was making its way up. Both AMC and support in the past have gapped up, so I'm thinking maybe in the pre-market support will gap up with AMC. Let's just head to the daily chart. So this is pretty normal for support to do. Bottoms out, runs back up, drops down, runs back up, drops down, runs back up, drops down, and just keeps on repeating this cycle. Now, I don't know how long this will take to go back up if it does drop down, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days. This call option expires on the 17th of September, so I have plenty of time to make this profitable. In the past, GME and AMC have brought momentum to these other highly shorted stocks. Also, Kathy Wood has talked about this stock in the past. There is a crypto company somehow involved with support. Don't know the whole all the details about it, but that's what I've heard from a buddy who did some research on the stock. So there is some backing to it to give it a little momentum push if nothing happens, if GME or AMC don't give it that momentum like they have done to other stocks in the past. And also, it is highly shorted. I have to preface this, just because a stock is highly shorted doesn't mean it's going to squeeze. Retail investors or institutional investors have to jump in and buy a bunch of shares, forcing the stock to go up. But most of the time, in the past, and from my knowledge base, it's rare that happens. And typically, if it does happen, they don't run up that high unless the stock is quite promising, like AMC or GME. So yeah, that's my hope for support here. It's going to probably come back down and possibly respect this trend line here. We drop back down and then bounce back up without short interest and the crazy low float it has. It has 24 million shares, 4 million of which are held by institutional investors. Who knows how many retail investors own shares, but by the way the stock is moving, I would say a decent amount of retail investors are also buying this stock here. So the modifications to the challenge account are this: if I hit 10k tomorrow, which the way AMC is going alone, I think will happen. And so the change is this: I'm going to shoot for 100k by the end of the year if I hit 10k by tomorrow. Now that's extremely unlikely, but AMC is pretty volatile. I bet I can get some nice gains off AMC by playing options and maybe find some other shorted stocks that are running and make some risky plays. I'm probably going to have to make some pretty risky plays to get that type of return. There's 4 months left in the year. So quick math here, that's 25 grand for each month. I have 4 grand in my portfolio already. So I have to make 2150 every month. I think that's right. I'm actually kind of curious. My mental math isn't the best. I'm a pretty visual person. Yeah, so doing the math on my calculator, I would have to make 23 grand every month to hit 100k with the current balance in my portfolio. It's possible if I'm doing some crazy ass stuff with options and AMC and short squeeze plays, but that is highly risky. So the likelihood of me hitting 100k, pretty darn slim, but it is achievable, just unlikely. So I'm not a AMC channel, but I do have a healthy stake of shares and a call option that has the chance to make me a bunch of money. So I am going to touch on the stock. So yeah, borrowed shares of 2.21 million, return shares 4.51 million, and net change of 2.31 million. Current short estimated percentage 17.61. Currently 1.5 million shares. Expect this to change. Some shorts probably did cover. There's a lot of volume. There was let's see, 228 million in volume today. So I would say maybe some of these shorts covered, or maybe some of these shorts down here saying, you know what, let's take the loss, knowing these apes, they don't sell, they just buy, and they said, fuck this, we're out. So that's that on the short interest. Calls in the money at $45, 7,000, good amount of shares to borrow. And now let's just look at this volume spike. As soon as it hit like the $40 region, it went catabolic, man. It just went crazy. 58 million in volume in half an hour. That is some stocks total traded volume in a day. That is insane. In half an hour. So I think for sure, just looking at the volume, some shares probably did cover. How many? Not a lot. That's my guess. Not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you what I see, the facts that I see here, so the stats I see here, and my opinion. So that is it for this video. So yeah, tomorrow I will make an update video on the portfolio and then go from there. I hope your trades were good today, and I hope the next ones are even better. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun while you're trading.